jump scare. Gotcha. Yeah, it's him again. There he is, with his face hidden under the beanie and his second face piloting his meat corpse. This is a clip brought to you by our friends over at the Surfs, friend of the show. Go see the Surfs and stuff. Say to Lance, nice cob, buddy. He'll know what you mean. He probably fucking won't. He'd probably be like, why are you saying this? He'll figure it out after a second, though. This is Tim arguing with Milo Yiannopoulos of being not gay anymore fame. They're going to argue and bicker. Let's go. Oh, whoa, would you look at that? He's got a mullet now. That makes him straight.
Credit.
No, I'm saying in general, big picture.
No, they know exactly where the money's coming from. Dave Rubin knew where the money was coming from when it was coming from Russia. He used it to buy his children.
That is 100% false. And you know that ropes me into it, and I can.
You know that ropes me into it. Yeah, motherfucker. Of course you're roped into it. But I don't know why you would even be worried. Tulsi Gabbard is about to be fucking confirmed, and she's an actual Russian asset. Like it's not a secret. She genuinely gets paid by Russia to do propaganda, and she's gonna be have the highest clearance, or one of them. Maybe it gets higher. I don't know. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is corrupt. We live in a kleptocracy, an oligarchy, and soon to be they're trying to put together a technocracy where basically the billionaires have all the power and the states themselves are not things. The states are territories. This isn't different from Cyberpunk. It's not really that different.
Verify it's 100% false.
All right.
Completely untrue.
It is so,
and this is important big picture stuff because USAID is funneling money into NGOs.
It's irresponsible in the extreme to the point of ludicrous negligence to not know where hundreds of thousands of dollars are coming from.
Is it because Milo is sort of burning all the bridges already, and it just he's got to find somewhere to slither to, that now he's seeing the writing on the wall here, because he doesn't do anything from an altruistic perspective. He is 100% grift at all times. This is from when all the Timcast people got exposed for taking Russian money. Lauren Southern and them, Dave Rubin, and everyone know they clearly knew.
Even ask.
And that's not the story at all. So if you knew what you're talking about, maybe it'd sound smarter.
All right. Well, I will.
But clearly,
he's so mad. Look at him.
And that's not.
Look at how he blinks and
story at all. So if you knew what you're talking about, maybe it'd sound smarter.
All right. Well, I will.
But clearly, as the story has already been reported, and you haven't read any of it, which involves me, which I find particularly insulting, is that certainly Dave, as well as Benny, did ridiculous due diligence in digging and trying to figure out what the source of the revenue was beyond your typical ad deal. So when I get an ad sale person who comes to me and says, "This company
I didn't remember that you were involved in
this company wants."
I didn't remember that you were involved with that. So that's what it was. He was trying to shit on Dave Rubin, and Tim, he's like, whoa, that's my crime. Hold on. I see. It's funny. You think he knew it is trolling, Milo? God, I hope so.
Wants to sell, they want to buy $100,000 in ad reads over this amount of time. No one anywhere in media says, tell me who their investors are, get me on the phone with him. And when this stuff went down, Dave, Benny, I, and many others said, we want to know what this is all about. Who is this involved with? And when you get a prominent conservative personality based out of Nashville with an American company and says, here's the investors, they're going to talk to you, explain it, here's the proof, we go, okay, well, a prominent conservative personality is running a company out of Nashville.
They're describing the Russian propaganda that's destabilized America. This is really what's happened. It's not really a joke. Besides, obviously the already there right wing sort of Southern thing, but all of these people are Nazis anyway. It's all the same sort of thing. That's why they get along. And man, holy shit. And so Russia pays us the second wave of information, after the mainstream and kind of like the first big money people, the Tim Cass, Lawrence, these fucking, these other people. So you did your due diligence, saw it was Russian money, and still took it. Which thing are you lying about, right? So he it doesn't make any sense, man. We did our due diligence and couldn't find out.
Lauren Chen.
Lauren Chen. So it's just we have to push it all on Lauren Chen. And you didn't ask Lauren at all about where this money was coming from. And she was just like, yeah, just make any of the videos you want to make. We'll just pay you money for nothing at all. Huh? Come on. It's ridiculous. What did they pay you for? They just gave you money and you had to do nothing on the other end of that.
Was she a prominent personality?
Certainly was. Hundreds of thousands of followers on the Blaze. Everybody knew she was, and she had a story. And so we did some digging.
I've never heard of her before this.
And so this is the point.
All right, I didn't remember you.
This is the big
I didn't remember you were a victim of that. So
I didn't remember you were a victim of that. No, he didn't know and was trolling. Or I mean, maybe he didn't. Now he's worming.
I apologize for casting aspersions if that was your impression.
So to imply,
I didn't remember you were a victim of that, but
This is pathetic. Oh my god, I can't believe he fucking curled up into a little worm shape.
Now let's go to the big picture on USAID and other NGO funding. Now certainly that affects us. When someone, I'll say it again, we right now have probably 30 advertisers who've come to us and wanted to buy ads, and we said we're in a holding pattern right now doing negotiations. They're offering us $50,000 sometimes for one ad read. One ad read, one company says we'll give you $50,000 to promote our company. Do we say I want the CEO on the phone? I want to know who funded them. I want to know where that
fucking personally, if someone offered me $50,000 to do an ad read, I'd be like, for what? What is the ad read for? And then I would, that's a suspicious amount of money for anybody, yeah. Yes, to randomly show up. And this was way more than $50,000. They were paying you, you made millions from this.
Funding came from.
Nobody does that, but that wasn't quite.
And this is the point when I say about David Pakman and you say I'm being too nice. I'm saying when we know those things happen, take a look at where USAID was giving their money and see how much of those NGOs were buying ad reads in media because they are.
Well, you're not going to like this, but to take money from somebody so obviously ludicrously insubstantial as Lauren Chen and not ask more questions seems stupid to me.
That's so funny. Seems ludicrous. That's very good. It does seem ludicrous. How can you not even ask a little bit? How can you not be interested whatsoever in why they're telling you to make this content? Or did you know? Yeah, I mean, let's be real, dude. Tim has been doing the job, and now they are burning Lauren Chen. I mean, what they have Lauren Chen in, the situation is that her and her husband are gonna have to essentially make deals with the prosecutors to be like, here's what's happening. But I guarantee, I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll try to make an example of her and throw her under the bus and deport them or whatever to Canada and or put them in jail. I don't know, just to put it to bed. But I mean, I would not be shocked if Tulsi Gabbard handles this and it's just over. It just dies somewhere and it just fizzles out.
Except there were questions asked.
Well, I don't want to continue this because I'm not trying to attack you. I didn't remember that.
I don't want to continue this. It is silly as fuck. That's so suspicious, man. It comes across as definitely everybody knew what the money was for, and that was to say fucking propaganda. This shit should be illegal. I mean, it is technically illegal for Russia to do it, to pay these people to disseminate misinformation, I guess. Maybe it's not. We should, in general, it should be, should be illegal and stamped out whenever anyone is profiting off of misinformation. But I mean, you have to have a state that's capable of establishing the information in the first place. So, they just lie. This should be way more illegal than saying Palestinians shouldn't die. We live in a fucking clown show. Anyway, it's good to see them fighting. I'm happy to. I hope it gets worse. Maybe they'll kiss at the end though. That'd be romantic. Not that Milo's gay.